Ladies and gentlemen, and all you jive turkeys, welcome back to the Beers and Deers podcast. As always, the guillotine looking as only he can look. Rambo and the Tower of Power. Gentlemen,
what's happening?
Hey, I don't know if you're watching on Vidya, but we got fresh equipment.
Fucking right we do. We got this soundboard over here, man. Some fucking buttons on there. I don't know what they do, but it works pretty fucking good.
Looks intimidating.
It does look intimidating. So if any like local rappers want to come over and maybe record something in my basement,
We can make it happen.
$100 an hour in the studio.
It's pretty slick.
It is.
Yeah. If you don't mind John staring at you naked while you're rapping, then come on over.
Picking a lint on my belly button.
Looks like he's smuggling a Vienna sausage and cat's put up a hairball in his crotch.
Fucking Tic Tac and BBs hanging.
Yeah.
So, anybody been out in the woods?
No. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's an early pod.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Jive turkeys.
Yeah, it's a good day for all of us. We're all for work.
Yeah.
What, 4 days? Everyone got the 4-dayer?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
I got to
dude.
work Friday.
Me
What
either.
a loser.
You got to work Friday?
Mm-hmm.
That's un-American.
I know.
That's un-American.
You work for commies.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'd
man.
call out.
He works for the government.
Contractor of the government.
yeah, I mean,
I work for the government. Yeah, they. I'm on a separate shift, so everybody else is off.
Oh, nice.
So it's like me and
So you got
an
fun.
electrician, and we're just gonna fucking eat leftovers and watch fucking movies in the
Jerk
break
each
room.
other
you
off.
get like triple time for it or double time?
No,
Damn.
Fuck, though.
it's not on Thanksgiving Day. It's a Friday
But
after.
still, that's considered a holiday. A lot of companies consider
Yeah.
that a holiday, dude.
Huh?
Yeah, Vulcan, it's a floating
Yeah,
holiday.
ours too. My
Oh yeah.
company.
Well,
I'm salary, not that it matters.
I get 4 weeks vacation. I don't
Yeah,
care.
you can
Yeah,
bitch. You got a good gig.
Yeah, 10 paid holidays, 4 weeks vacation.
That's one thing I can gripe about with Vulcan. Not enough vacation time.
Yeah.
Well, I got to save it up, but I got to be there 20 years to get 4 weeks.
There's
Yeah,
a
that's
rollover.
insane.
There's a rollover if you
No.
don't use it. No?
Wow.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
We can save up to 3 times whatever our max is.
Jesus.
So if you have 4 weeks, you can have 12 in the bank.
Holy
That's incentive.
balls.
That's incentive, though. The company makes out. I think.
Because then if you die or get fired, I guess they still pay for it. But
You should just do that for a couple of years and just take 3 weeks off.
just take the whole month of September and go elk hunting.
September, October, and November.
Yeah. 3 months. Oh, dude. That would be... I've thought about it.
Take September for elk, October for sika,
And November for whitetail.
But you got kids.
Woo!
You got kids.
Yeah, I
You're,
got
kids.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
You can't
Well, once
fucking-
they're a little older,
Yeah,
though,
when they're older, yeah.
Yeah.
I could do that. But all right, son. You're on your own.
Yeah, we can roll
What is
over.
that movie with Clint Eastwood, Unforgiven? Have you guys seen
No.
Unforgiven?
No.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. It's a really good old Western with Clint Eastwood. Excuse me. And basically, he was an old gunfighter. And he retired and moved to the country and had a wife and kids. Well, his wife died.
Hell yeah.
His wife died. And some kid shows up wanting him to help go collect a bounty. And Clint Eastwood's like, nah, I'm not that man anymore, blah, blah. And he starts thinking about it, and he's like, you know what, fuck it. His kid's like 10, and his son's like 10, and his daughter's like 7. And he's like, all right, son, the chickens, if you need to go ahead. And he just leaves for 3 weeks.
Hell yeah.
I got one. I know I'm starting off soon with the got one shit. John Wayne or Clint Eastwood?
John Wayne.
Clint Eastwood.
Fuck
What?
yeah, the Duke,
John
bro.
Wayne, dude.
The Duke.
I know. But honestly, I've just seen more Clint Eastwood movies.
See?
Dude, I don't think I've...
It's this newer generation, John.
The only Clint Eastwood movie I've seen is Gran Torino.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then how can you even say?
What was the...
That's true. I
what
guess
was
I
the
can.
one,
You need to watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, that's a good
Dirty
one. That is a
Harry.
good one.
Nah,
The
Dirty
good, bad,
Harry
the
sucks.
I like the good, bad, the ugly.
Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Unforgiven's probably his best. What's he's got a bunch of them. Fistful of Dollars is a good one. He's got a bunch of good
My
ones.
grandfather exposed me to John Wayne movies all the time.
Oh,
Really?
my grandfather...
That's all he watched. He had VHS, just stacks of John Wayne VHS tapes, man. Stacks of them.
Puff-Up Cecil was a John Wayne fanatic, dude. He would lay on his concrete basement floor all day and just watch John Wayne on AMC.
What, is it back problems?
No, he just liked it.
He's just like concrete.
I mean,
It passed it down a generation.
He grew up in the Depression.
yeah, he was born in a fucking. He was born in his house. He wasn't born in a hospital. So it
He
just
was born on a fucking bale of hay in a fucking barn. What the fuck?
Yeah, with his 12 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's a weird thing now that like families don't have a lot of kids anymore. Most people have 2 at most.
I don't know. The Midwest.
A lot of single family.
Yeah, a lot of moms crapping them out in the Midwest.
Is that right?
Yeah, but back in the day, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility to have 9, 10, 11, 12 kids.
And raising them off like a blue-collar job that paid peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people who lived in your house where we grew up, John was my neighbor. He lived behind me. The people who lived there before you had 8 kids.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Didn't they like dig beds out of like the trash to make sure they could sleep?
I don't know about
Because I think
that.
your next door neighbors, the old people, were throwing out some beds at one point, and they said that they came over and dug them out of the trash.
That's possible. I don't know.
That's a lot of fucking kids, dude.
Yeah, well, if you got fucking 8 kids, you do what you got to do.
On one income, like how do you do it?
Yeah.
I guess back in the day you could, but
Well, things were different. I mean, inflation's a motherfucker for one.
No, we're
And-
fucked.
yeah,
I can't pay my mortgage because I drove here today.
dude, you ain't kidding.
Yeah, it's different times. Like the value of the dollar doesn't go nearly as far. And back then, so they would make more compared to the cost of living. So like, it's not like, we can make good money now, but everything's so fucking outrageously expensive.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to live on a single income anymore.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, but,
sucks.
I mean, I'm doing it, and I'm miserable.
Yeah.
But I ain't got kids, so I'm fucking fine as wine. But man, if I had kids, I'd be fucked.
Yeah, me and the old
Yeah.
lady work and make good money, so we're doing all right.
Yeah, I mean you can do it. It's just you're gonna have to work for it. That's all.
Yeah.
It's different times. Not nothing like back then.
Like you should never buy XLR mics for a podcast. ever.
Yeah,
you shouldn't.
just
You
throw
should
your
never
money
just
out the
throw
window.
money.
Useless hobbies.
Yeah.
So we got a fucking invitation
Ooh.
this weekend, Johnny.
Yeah.
So where are we recording this weekend? We're recording live from where?
Live from Buckland's Butcher Shop in Rising Sun, Maryland.
Friday or Saturday.
Saturday.
We're gonna, which is opening day of rifle here
Yeah.
in Cecil County, Maryland.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the butcher and record live.
Yeah. I went and picked up my dough tonight right after I got off work. I rolled in there. I don't even need to tell him my name anymore. We're on a fucking first name basis. And the first thing he says, you guys should come do a live broadcast this Saturday. We're going to be having a bunch of beer, moonshine. We'll be cooking chili. Come on down, have some fun.
I'll bring the midget hookers.
I said, okay.
I'll bring a micro penis and a midget hooker.
So it should be a good time. I mean, we'll see a lot of people dropping off deer.
We're gonna see anybody who kills a big buck and goes to Bucklands, because there's other deer processing places around here.
Losers.
There's some good ones, but
Losers. Quick shout out real quick. Happy birthday to my mother.
Happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday to our biggest fan.
Happy 21st birthday.
She shows us some love.
She's 39.
39.
She was 8 years old when she had me.
Wow.
It
Common in these parts.
It destroyed the family, but what are you gonna do? Happy birthday, mother.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah,
It's a sore subject in our family. It's fine.
I went hunting Sunday. That was the only day I went out this week. I got fucking skunked, man.
Ugh.
That's the worst. It really sucks.
Well, join the club, bitch.
Yeah. I went to a property where I gained permission this year, and somebody else also gained permission, and they've got like a blind out there and a corn pile and salt lick, and I think they're just fucking killing it in there.
Hell yeah. Good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's a young guy, so I don't care. Whatever. I got other places to hunt. He's gotten 2 deer out of there. He's got a 5-pointer and a doe.
Good for him.
So, yeah, that's cool. The monster buck I have on camera hasn't been back since he went in there, so it is what it is.
My camera has all but died during the daylight, at least.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, yours eats through... Oh, because you get so many pictures.
No, not died with activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we're at that point now, in the part of November where it's just it's tapered off. I mean, you'll have some. I'm not saying you can't see any action, but it's very rare now. They're pretty much been back to normal at this point around here.
I
The daylight movement has ceased for bucks. You might catch one moving from one doe to the next or something, but it's pretty much the party's over.
Yeah, I did get what would have been a huge 6-pointer on camera yesterday at like 11, but looks like he's busted off his whole left side.
Oh, really?
But on his right side, he's just got 2 giant points.
Really?
I mean, they are massive.
Wow.
I'd
That's
kill
cool.
him. Yeah.
Would you really?
Oh, yeah.
That nice of a 6, huh?
Yeah. Biggest 6 I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah, I seen a really big one. I don't know if he was an 8 or a 6. I couldn't see brow tines. He was 60 yards out. But he was a fucking monster. If that was a 6, I would have shot him, I think. I thought real hard about it.
You get that.
Yeah, what do you gotta do?
The mornings are nice and chilly now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I take. No, go ahead.
It's been real cold in the mornings here lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It was
take
24 this morning.
Yeah.
I take 95 into work. And man, just looking off at like all the fields. And I'm up early. So as soon as the sun comes up, and then just looking off to the fields, like all the ag fields, it's does and deer just all over them.
Bastards. Dirty bastards.
We'll get you.
We're coming to a town near you.
Well, we got Rifle Saturday, so now you guys are gonna go down to Millington.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan.
That's a good spot.
God, it's shotgun only.
right?
Yeah. It's all right. It's really thick in there, so I don't even know if you'd want a rifle.
Yeah.
It's so thick.
Why do you say that over? Why would you rather have a shotgun? Because most of your shots are gonna be close.
Yeah, real close.
Okay.
And like in brush probably.
Yeah.
And like you're gonna, I don't even know if you'd want optics really, because they kind of just squirt out of the thickness for a split second and then back in. So you kind of gotta be on your toes.
So no Pornhub in the stand.
Yeah, damn it! It's gonna be so fucking cold Saturday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be out there. I'll be at port with the rest of the Orange Army. Be suited up. I have my boots on and no toe warmers, which sucks. This is gonna be. I gotta order some because I'm dying with
No
that.
heated socks?
Okay.
No, I can't find them. I lost them.
Oh, I ordered some this week. Came the next day.
Yeah, I might order some. It's just like it's a third pair.
Yeah,
And like once I buy something twice, and I'm like, so the first one you're like, okay, let me try it, and then you love it, and then you get another pair because the first one breaks, and then you lose that one, and it's like, all right, how many of these am I gonna keep buying?
yeah. I hate buying the cheapest of something. That's what I do on Amazon. I buy the cheapest of one, knowing it's gonna break.
Yeah.
But I'm cheap.
Yeah, can't help it. I don't know, a lot of times, sometimes you'll get lucky with Amazon, like basic shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like these fucking cords, they're
Yeah.
Amazon cords. And
Mine
they
is
were like,
600 feet long.
yeah. John got a fucking 100-foot cable for his microphone for
Oh,
some
yeah,
reason.
fucking
We
garden
sit
hose
at
on
a
top of the
fucking
goddamn bar.
dude.
I was like, is that a garden hose or your fucking cord for your mug? I can't tell.
I came downstairs and him and Sam were double dutching in here. I was fucking like, what
Look,
are you doing?
I don't have a lot of length on many things in my life. I had to compensate for something.
Okay. That's a long bitch.
Hey, better to have length than not have enough.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man.
You never know.
You never know.
One of these days it's going to come in handy, and you guys are going to have
If
enough.
You want to do a podcast while you're
On the
mowing
moon?
the lawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's vacuuming,
Yeah.
pulling the cord out.
He's fucking.
God damn it.
What do you guys saying down there?
He's upstairs making fucking dinner. I'm making a hamburger helper.
I'm whipping up some mean flapjacks. What do you guys saying? Hell yeah.
It's good stuff.
So, speaking of rifle, a buddy... sorry about that.
You gotta stop smoking.
Hey, what are you going to do? A buddy at work is taking his son for the first time this weekend.
Oh yeah.
He's going... They've never been hunting, either of them. So it's going to be blind leading the blind. And he asked me if a 243 was a good starter gun for an 11-year-old.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I said, yeah, but he's probably going to grow out of it pretty quick. Because it's a really small round.
Yeah. But it's great for whitetail.
Yeah.
Did he buy it for him, or was it
I
just
think
like
he
a
already
hand-me-down?
I was probably a hand-me-down. If I had to suggest, I'd say 270.
Yeah.
That's a good round.
Yeah. I think that's for 11. I mean, it depends on the kid.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, it depends on his personality. He might never grow out of it.
Yeah.
But for me, I know I would definitely grow out of it.
Yeah, you want more.
Yeah.
You want bigger.
Yeah.
I might take the AR this year. I talked about doing it last year. I can't remember if I did or not. And that's a small round for whitetail. But
It's as small as you can go.
yeah, I think 223 is the smallest they'll allow. 5.56 was it. I'll probably use 5.56. But
Better make a good shot.
I'm double tapping.
Poof, 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 poof.
Ain't much kick.
Yeah, it was very little kick. I don't know if I'm gonna take it or not. I'll probably the first time my first sit for rifle, I'm taking the 30-06.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Solid.
I love that rifle. I mean, that's John. It was. That thing is so on. It's insane.
I shot it last year.
It's insane, dude. And it's like, it's not me. It's the gun. Like, that bitch is just so accurate. Yeah. It's crazy. 50 yards, I hit a stick that's like this big. It was like fucking the size of a dime.
Size of John's dick.
For one shot, blew it fucking smithereens.
Yeah, a sausage.
Yeah, I could shoot the head off John's dick from 20 fucking.
That's
100 yards.
100
yards.
100 yards, yeah. This fucking swing arm is pissing me off. I'm about to fucking.
You're rough on that thing, man.
Chew on it. I'm rough on everything, dude. It's just
God damn.
my fucking bow, my guns, my truck. That's why I won't buy a nice truck. I'll fucking beat the piss out of it.
Yeah.
I can't afford to eat in these times, so I don't know how the fuck I'm buying a new truck.
Yeah, new trucks. Speaking of inflation, they're fucking insane.
Well, apparently Biden is releasing 50 million barrels of oil to help alleviate the gas prices. We'll see.
Okay. That's
I don't
cool.
know.
Yeah, because I've been looking at cars.
Yeah.
I think real hard about buying a car.
$85 to fill my truck up for me.
It's $100 for me. Yep, $100 if I'm dead on E. $100.
Ugh.
So you're driving to Millington on Saturday, right?
I guess.
John, like, you got any scratch with this gas, dude? I'm fucking.
I'm gonna stick a sail in the bed, dude. Fuck. It's gonna be pretty windy on Friday. I know that.
Yeah. I'm not hunting Friday.
I think we're gonna go down Friday and set up, just so we can get our bearings, because I haven't been there in 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, if you're going in the morning, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a morning hunt on a property you haven't been to in 3 years, it's going to look totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the deer are probably going to move in similar areas and patterns and whatnot, but the foliage is going to just be so much different.
Yeah, I've got a pin dropped to where we're going, but I don't know, how much is going to be grown up.
Right.
So we shall see.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this Millington hunt's better than our Sika hunt.
It will be.
Yeah, you guys haven't had real good luck together.
No, we need to change that.
Yeah.
Me and Seth have the best luck together.
fucking luck.
This fucking Sika get fucked.
Me and John have got to be over 75% success rate.
We never
when
hunted.
hunt together.
That was our first time hunting together alone.
That's true. Yeah, me and Seth are at least 75%.
And we've hunted together like over a dozen times.
Easily.
Probably
2
30
dozen.
times. Yeah. And I'd say I can count on one hand how many times we haven't killed something.
Yeah, not to toot our horn or nothing, but
We're gonna crunch every fucking goddamn leaf on the way in. I'm gonna have the brightest headlamp on.
it's not gonna matter.
Ron's gonna shit himself halfway in the stand.
I'm gonna be smoking fucking darts in my tree stand, dude.
Hey, my dad did it down there. Shot a lot
The
of
fucking
deer.
wind checker, dude.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? About smoking in the tree stand bow hunting?
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Are there studies behind this? I don't fucking know.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
it's
sure there's
smoke.
I mean, but it's smoke. It's not human scent. It's different.
Well, I guarantee you, if a deer smells it, they're fucking out of there.
I mean, I've heard of people using campfire smoke, like standing in campfire smoke the night before and using as cover scent.
Cooking s'mores in your fucking camo.
I could see that if you're hunting in the middle of a fucking forest fire. Otherwise, they're going to be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what I mean? I don't know about that. Hey, and I've heard a lot of people say it too, and maybe it does work, but I'm not. I'm just going to play fucking win. You know? Like, I'm not doing that dumb shit. I'm not using the fucking field spray and all that good stuff. if I have it, sure, but
I'm not
buying it anymore, and I have in the past. But I'm fucking over that shit. I've seen zero results from it, and I've hunted fucking a lot, so I see no sense in it.
Yeah, we've said it before.
Yeah.
That cover scent or scent eliminator spray is the biggest gimmick in the hunting industry.
It probably is. The number one biggest gimmick is scent control.
And people pay so much for that shit.
Yeah.
Like the closets, the spray, the shampoo, the
soap, all this dumb shit. And I promise you, if you get a big buck downwind you and you used all that stuff, he's gonna bust you.
Yeah,
I promise.
The one thing Don Higgins is big on is the boots, spraying your feet. Ground scent.
I'm not spraying my fucking boots.
I'm not spraying anything.
I got rubber boots, and they have a minimal scent footprint because they just don't emit a lot of odor because they're rubber. But even that, they will still smell it. I've watched them do it.
My rubber boots smell like Royal Farms croissant, gas that morning.
Yeah, I've watched bucks smell right where I walked with rubber boots on.
Yeah.
Well, there
so
it is.
I know they still smell. I think the scent impact is less than, say, a leather boot, or like if your pants are all the way down to your ankles. As to with the rubber ones, you can tuck them in.
I always tuck them in.
You know what I mean? So you're not wiping your fucking downy scented fucking pants on the side of this fucking tree. And like I use for my clothes that I hunt with, I use scent-free detergent. It's basically like baby detergent. It just has no dyes or scents in it. So it's less, doesn't smell like anything. And I feel like, because stuff like that, I feel like it helps. And that's the same thing that scent stuff is. Like, they have a detergent that it's just a scent-free soap. And I'm sure that's good, but if it's not going to completely cover your scent, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, if you're going to use that scent block stuff, sure, go for it if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's hurting you.
No.
But I just, the amount that it's helping you, it's not worth me spending my time and money to run out to the store and get it, or even spend money on Amazon to buy it.
No.
It's not. I have no problem using regular detergent if I run out of that detergent. I'm not like, oh, I can't fucking hunt or nothing. No, I'll use it. I'm still going to play the wind, so it shouldn't even matter what I smell like. I can smell like fucking Bigfoot's dick. It isn't going to matter because my wind is not going to be blowing where the deer are going.
Yep. I don't do any scent control except for the wind.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, that is the scent control.
Yeah.
Play the wind. That's it.
I got 6 deer down so far. I know what I'm doing.
You might want to look into a little bit of scent control, though. You smell like shit.
Well, what do you got, though?
You might want to clean yourself a little
maybe
bit.
it works.
For people, not the deer.
Maybe you need to smell like shit more.
Yep. John doesn't shower till the end of bow season.
When do you shower?
I don't.
Okay.
And when I do, it's down by the creek.
I shower once a month whether I need to or not. Okay.
Recycles the water. That's good water. What are you doing? I'm going to cook my ramen noodles in that tonight.
Heck yeah.
Fucking picking out short and curly.
Oh, man.
Not short.
Okay.
Long and curlies.
What kind of podcast is this?
The same one it's been for 66 episodes.
Let's see here. I think I took some notes about some stuff.
You doing, Cora?
Oh, so Johnny, our feeder.
Oh, yeah. Been meaning to ask about that.
Yeah, it's up and running.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question and this applies to anybody who has a feeder, but it's something that, and I've hunted both sides of this fence. I've straddled it even.
Ooh.
But
I've rode it.
My question is basically, when you set up a feeder, would you prefer to set up like right off the feeder or in between travel routes to the feeder?
It's a good question.
Muskie, what
would
I
I
do
do?
Off the rip? Yeah, I know. I don't know how
off
much
the rip,
feeder-
shot out of the cannon. I would be
Because you've hunted over bait.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Before.
On it. I know they're coming. On it.
I like, I'm going to say the other. I'm going to say on the way to the feeder.
Yeah, why's that?
Because when they get on that feed,
Oh, I see what
they
you're
are
saying.
on edge, son. I shot a doe
That's a good point.
over a corn pile at 10 yards, and she ducked that arrow. And I never found her.
That's a good point. You kill them over corn or over bait, they're going to be on edge when you kill them over it.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you miss.
Yeah. That's the only reason you would ever not hunt right over it.
Well,
Because if you want to see deer, hunt right over that corn.
Yeah. Unless you got a gun, then go for it.
Yeah, then go for it. But I feel like with a bow, you can, and you can do either. You can hunt right over it with a bow too. I've done it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I feel like if you know exactly where they're coming from, you're probably better off sitting in between. That way you can catch them traveling where they're going to be less on edge.
That's correct. Now that you say it, that's probably the play.
Well, that's what a little bit of experience will definitely show you that. I mean, if you've hunted over bait enough, which I know you haven't done a whole lot, Runsky.
That thing is just fucking with your brain over there.
It's pissing me off. It's fucking pissing me off.
But yeah, if you sit over bait and you got multiple deer come in, you'll notice that not all of them feed exactly the same time. At least one or two has their head up looking around.
Remember that
while the
story I
other ones
told? So the 2 deer I killed last year were over bait, and was it the second time? The fucking the matured doe let the 2 fucking yearlings walk in and stood back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, motherfucker, I know there's food there, but that's a good point.
Yeah. And that, like John was saying, is a lot of times when you're hunting over bait, you'll have like a couple does that are like sentries, and they're like looking around while the other ones eat, and then they'll eat, and some other ones will be looking around. It's almost hard to even draw your fucking bow.
And she was like, "I'm gonna let these 2 walk in and go ahead and eat and see what the fuck's going on, dude." That
canary's in the mind.
It'll these deer will blow your mind sometimes.
Yes, they will. Hunting over bait can be tough. It's not always easy. I mean, it's really with a compound bow, it can be really hard just to find an opportunity to draw your fucking bow. Because if you've got 10 deer coming into this fucking feeder, you've got 20 eyes that you've got to worry about now before you can draw your bow. Too. So it's a problem. And so I feel like if you are going to sit right over bait, I think it would be a really good idea to pay extra attention to concealment, to make sure that you've got a really good backdrop and maybe even something in front of you a little bit, maybe some mild cover in front of you. If you got a hang on or something, you can put like maybe a little skirt down there or something.
Yeah, and go easy. Like if you have foliage up in the tree that your hang-on's on, go easy with trimming all that shit.
Yeah.
Because you can really trim one little branch and just
expose yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole nother set of dilemmas that are presented when you're hunting over bait. It's definitely different. You're hunting a much more on edge animal, an animal that is aware that they're being hunted as soon as they get close. As to you'll catch them just strutting and cutting on their way from one place to the other when they're not over bait, and in that way it's easier. So over bait, it's I feel like you're bringing the deer to you, but they know that just as well as you do.
Yeah,
I feel like the first one's an easy one.
Yeah.
Like the first one's like, hey, I got your ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's like, okay.
But once you do it a little while, like we used to do, because me and John would smack some fucking does over bait back in the day, and man, they would come in just fucking like totally on edge coming in there. And me and John would just be looking at each other, watch them come in, and man, it was crazy because like you could shoot one, and they would run, take off, and watch that one die, and they'd just be like, "Fuck, it's so cold. I need that corn."
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a powerful thing, and that's like, because what deer need food to live. So a deer's metabolism, their body is so wonderfully and beautifully made. They can survive pretty much any temperatures that North America can throw at them. However, they have to be able to eat enough for their bodies to keep them warm, because they will metabolize so much. They'll burn so many more calories to keep their bodies warm when it gets cold. So, like, that's why if deer aren't hunted, they can die of old age. But they're not necessarily dying of freezing to death or old age or whatever. It's a combination of these things. Because what happens is over time, their teeth get worn down, and they can't eat as nearly as much food as they could from chewing up acorns and corn and whatnot, and their teeth get worn out. And what happens is when they get really old and the winter gets cold, they can't eat enough in order for their bodies to regulate their body temperature, and they'll freeze to death. And it's a combination of those things. So they know, to them, food is life or death. When it's 24 degrees out like it was this morning, they don't have the luxury of not eating. They have to eat. And if they know there's a bait pile, I think in their minds that is a readily available food source that could dry up any day.
Yeah.
And they need to get in there and get it. So the risk versus reward, to them, it's worth the risk.
Imagine how much easier it is to suck down a pile of corn than some bark on a tree.
Yeah, it's fucking just browsing around, eating briars and shit like that. You know, I mean, they want to come hit that corn.
Especially this time of the year, there is no green left.
Yeah,
it's amazing what happens in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It goes quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan asked us a good question this week, Johnny. Why don't you go over that while I fill up our beers?
Yeah, he said he found a nice game trail heading out to I guess it once was an ag field, but now it's just all grass. And he asked if they would still eat grass. And I was like, yeah, they'll still eat grass. And you said the same thing. You know, they might not like it when it's mature, but you know, they gotta eat something. Especially all the acorns are probably gone.
They have any? Which one was yours, John? Baltimore one?
Yeah.
They'll tear up grass. Like, just because a field doesn't have agriculture in it, just because it's not like corn or anything like that, doesn't mean you won't catch corn out in the field.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. To me, it's almost common sense because we've all seen deer out in a fucking field that's just grass, and they'll still go out there and they'll eat grass.
Grazing.
Yeah, they'll graze. They browse, but they graze as well.
I mean, you see deer in people's front yards eating their grass.
Mm-hmm.
Harry is just pissed off because they're eating his grass.
Wish he would call me. I'd take care of that for you, Harry.
We should go down to Chesapeake Isles and see if any of them people down there are tired of the deer.
They'll be like, no, I love looking at them.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what you get a lot of.
I like looking at them.
Well, that's what we were talking about. What we're gonna do to try to find a lease this year is put flyers out on like old country stores and some old delis and stuff, because the audience that we're targeting might not see ads on, say, Facebook or something.
Yeah.
We want the old farmer who is tired of these deer and he hasn't had anybody to hunt on his property in 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, those are the people we want, and you're not necessarily going to reach those people. I'm not saying you can't, but I feel like your odds are better doing it the way we're talking about. Putting up little flyers with our phone number on it at a country store in a deli.
Old school.
Do you think there's any untapped land out here, though?
100%.
You think?
100%.
I don't know.
I believe that 100%.
I feel like, well, maybe not. I feel like every door has been beaten down.
I disagree.
Name
I disagree.
One person you know who goes knocking on a bunch of doors.
That's true. None. I don't know any.
Nobody does that shit. And why? I don't know. I mean, the worst they can tell you is to fuck off, get off my porch.
Yeah.
Or maybe you end up in a well in their basement.
Yeah, they
rubbing lotion on.
Fucking Kyle Rittenhouse your ass.
An old fucking copy of Archery get tossed down at you.
But if you want to kill deer or not, I mean, it's worth the risk.
Yeah, especially you might be losing port.
Yeah.
You've been saying that for 3 fucking years.
They've been telling me that
for 3 years.
Yeah.
So we don't know when we're going to lose port. And
it's good to have a game plan.
Yeah, and honestly, port's a great spot to kill deer. It's
I wish
not
we had
a great
it by
spot
ourselves.
for big bucks.
Yeah, well.
It would be if it was managed better, but it's managed piss poor. There's no management. There's an absence of management.
I heard an old retired guy killed a little basket rack 8-pointer over there a couple weeks ago.
Of course he did. It's probably the one I passed.
Probably.
Yeah, and he would have been a nice buck next year, and that's what kills me, man.
Yeah, well,
because I bet it was that one I passed. I bet it was, because there's a 7 that I seen just the other week that it was a nice 7. But he was, he wasn't a shooter. And that 8 that I passed in the soybean field was the only small 8 that I seen. And, man, he would have been a really nice buck next year.
Well, he ain't getting no bigger.
And that's what kills me. That's like, if you've got a property that you can manage and you don't manage it, you're doing yourself a disservice.
And this same guy bitched to other people at the quarry because he thought I was shooting everything that walked.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me who that is after the
podcast.
I will. We shoot does.
Yeah.
We don't shoot fucking small bucks.
I don't shoot small does. You know what I mean? Fawn
I
does.
try not to. Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, totally.
56 yards. I smoked a yearling. All right, fuck.
Okay.
She'll be delicious. But yeah, no, we hunt mature deer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're trying to find deer that are 3 years old and older, and that's that. There's nothing in my that's it's like almost like a moral argument here, because to you and I, there's nothing wrong with that. To somebody else, they should be like, you shouldn't shoot anything that's under 5, or you shouldn't shoot any does. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of that is opinion, but from a biological standpoint, from like deer herd health, you need to shoot does, and it's good to let young bucks walk. And old bucks too. It's good because if you shoot every old buck you see, you're never going to see any other old bucks. So every once in a while, it's good to let them walk too. I get that argument, but that's kind of our objective. Those are the ones we want to put on the wall. So if you have a property and it's not managed, it's like anything else in life. You want immediate gratification, or do you want to delay that gratification for something better later?
Yeah.
And people are so quick, and I feel like it's this generation that we're in now, not just like I'm not talking about age group. It's just the time that we're in, the time of social media, the time of
Cell phones,
consumerism, and cell phones, and Instagram, and Facebook, and TikTok, and how you just see everybody else's highlight reel of their life and of what they have going on, and people just get so caught up in that. You know what I mean? And if you would stop worrying about shit like that and just focus on yourself in the long term and apply that to hunting too, and it's what is the word? Analogous, and I can't pronounce. And I can never pronounce that word. It's the same thing. Hunting and life are they have a lot of metaphorical comparisons.
They ride side by side.
Side by side, yeah. And in that way, like if you would just not shoot that stupid basket 8-pointer that you shot, you fucking asshole, and give him a year or two, man, in a year or two, you could shoot something that you're fucking really proud of, something you could get a certificate for, maybe even a county record for. You know what I mean? Like, if you manage your property well, you can do these things. But if you just shoot one because it looks decent enough, I'll kill that one. You know what I mean? Like,
or the argument of, well, somebody else is just gonna shoot it.
That's probably more of what you got going on in port than
that is what we have going on in port, but that is from a lack of management.
Yeah,
agreed.
If there was parameters established, like you're not allowed to shoot that, then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But there's none. There's no management there where we hunt. It's a free for all.
Yeah.
I had a guy in there putting a stand up, fucking the middle of the rut. Like, these are the things that if
put the fear of God in that poor guy, didn't you?
Oh, dude, I did. I was a fucking dick to him. But you know what? He deserved it.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. Not sorry.
You're running through all the ag fields and shit.
You're just you're a fucking inconsiderate asshole. The world is fucking. It's your world. We're just living in it, right, bud?
And the worst part is he didn't know any better.
No, honestly, I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I think
That's a
he's
shame.
just dumb. I don't think he was like, oh man, we got to slip in here and try to be quick. No, I think he just honestly didn't see an issue with what he was doing.
But it goes back to the management. If someone laid down a range of dates, not to do things, and set a range of dates for when things have to be done.
Don't shoot an 8-pointer or a basket rag 8-pointer.
Shoot all the 8-pointers you want, as long as they're nice 8s.
Yeah.
A 3-year-old 8, dude, that 8 was 2 years old. He was 2.5. If it's the one I saw.
Probably was.
If he's a basket 8, he's almost definitely 2, which means he's going to be a really nice 4-year-old if you let him get that far, or a nice 3.
An 8-pointer at 2 years old. Ew, look out.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice buck when he's fucking. If you let him live 2 years, if you let him live a year, he's going to be a nice buck. If you let him live 2, he's going to be a fucking hammer. You want to do that shit? Go fucking do it on public land. Like, I hate to be that guy, but like, I feel like if that's where you want to do it, go there, because there is no management there, and there are no rules there. There is no. And I'm not against passing small bucks on public either, because I wouldn't shoot a small 8 on public unless it was. But my standards drop. They definitely do.
I don't think mine do.
No.
Well, maybe a tickle.
The problem is tags.
Yeah.
If I've still got all my tags, I might. But like now, I have one bow tag left,
Yeah,
and then one rifle. If it's bow season, and I know I got a couple shooters on my property, am I going to shoot a small 8 on public land? I don't think I'm going to do it, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to let them walk.
Do you think the threat of losing that property maybe had something to do with his decision?
Possibly.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And that's possibly part of the issue for the past couple of years, because for the past couple of years, we don't know if we're going to be there next year.
Yeah. It still sucks.
Yeah. Still sucks. It's still the wrong way to look at it.
Yeah.
And it still could be prevented with management.
Yeah, but, who are we to tell somebody to not to shoot something?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And maybe for him, that was you said he was an old guy, so I doubt it. But hey, maybe that was a nice buck to him.
Well, no, but then again, he told everybody at the quarry that I was shooting everything that walked. So it's like, are you a hypocrite or what are you?
So he's a hypocrite.
Was he trying to spin it off on you? Like, oh, someone's gonna shoot him if I don't.
No, well, he's retired, so.
Oh, okay. So I know who it is.
I don't think you might.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
neither here nor there. It's just it's the sense of the idea and the argument that is interesting to discuss. And I'd love to hear other people's opinions on this. If you're listening, and some of you guys will message us. A lot of you guys are like refuse to
Interact,
and that's fine. But if you
fine.
if you do have a good opinion on this, let us know. Like how do you feel? Do you think that it's okay to shoot small bucks? If I see that's what is the question even to be asked there?
Do you believe in
Life after love?
Hey,
do you practice
Celine Dion?
Do you practice deer management? I don't know.
Is management worth managing? Is a property worth managing? Is that kind of the question? And to us, it fucking absolutely is.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I'm in the state of my whitetail career where I want a nice, buck.
Yeah, you want a 10-pointer is what you really want. Yeah, because I mean, you've shot 8s, you've shot 9s, and you want a 10 now, and I get that. I mean, I'd be thrilled with a nice 8.
Man, I seen a fucking hammer at Buckland's tonight.
Yeah,
It had like 12-inch G1s, G2s, G3s. Those tines were so long. It's probably the biggest deer I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I hope we're going to see some good ones Saturday.
Yeah.
Rifle. So here's a fun fact for you. The opening weekend of Rifle, more deer are killed in the state of Maryland than all of bow season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that one night.
Just that one night.
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Even though from this year to last year, the numbers are down, I think, by 15%.
15% less deer have been killed this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And surprising, because it's been weather-wise, it's been a pretty decent year.
I've had a good year. 6 in the freezer.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are on par for our usual. I mean, it's been a good year.
Yeah,
I feel like the rut was a little trickly. It was a little spotty. But, I mean, it's been a good year. I'm surprised the numbers are down that much, because that's a significant amount. You think that's got something to do with COVID? How everybody was out hunting last year. Now, a lot of people are kind of
Without question.
Do you think that many people really had off work, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I work at a rock quarry, and I was working 70 hours a week.
I work
but
too,
you work
but
by yourself.
Yeah, but every other person I know.
A lot of people
was
were off
off.
work. Yeah. And it enabled a lot of people to get out in the woods. Absolutely.
More time was spent in the woods.
Yeah.
So you had hunters that worked that fucking couldn't. Yeah, it didn't work, and
They
they
were
just fucking
sitting
hunted.
at home getting paid, so they went out in the woods.
We'd all be doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I was begging for some time off this time last year.
John was
got a
working
sore
like
throat.
70 hours a week.
I got a sore throat. You want to give me a couple weeks off, dude?
You got any more fucking vacation time?
You got any more of them sick days?
Especially when the government was paying that massive unemployment.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck me.
Dude, that pissed me off.
I heard about a guy. Yeah, me too. I heard about a guy at my work that claimed he was. He went to the nurse, and he's a hunter. And he got back from his rutcation. First day back, he went to the nurse and said he feels like he had allergies, and maybe if she had like some cough drops or something. And they sent him home and said, "Come back when you get a COVID test."
Wow.
And the word on the street is he did that intentionally, so he could get a few days off to go hunt some more. I was like, hell yeah, that's a good idea.
Pretty genius.
My fucking throat itches.
What else is new?
But that's the thing. If they're not paying you unless you pass or not pass, unless you get
Positive.
positive. So he had to use his own PTO.
Oh, so he's fucked in the end anyway.
Yeah, but what it enabled him to do is to take off with zero notice for
Yeah.
3 days. Because normally if you want to take 3 days, like, depending on who your boss is there, they might have an issue with that. Like, what do you mean you're not working the next 3 days? Like, dude, you got to give me 2 weeks at least to let me know, you know? So maybe that was it. I don't know. I thought it was funny, though.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, so that was a good move. I almost did the same thing.
Use the pandemic to your fucking benefit, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
See, the end of my rut this year was slow, so I didn't feel the need to get right back out there. I felt like, honestly, the first week was better this year
You think?
of November.
According to my cameras, man, the second week was fire.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm kicking myself for not doing all day sits. But what are you going to do?
I by second week, I mean it was really good for me that I seen with my eyes, not my camera. I'd have to look at my cameras to tell you what I seen on them, but like from my eyes, because I was doing a lot of all day sits. I seen the most action the 6th, 7th, and the 8th,
Yeah.
and then the 9th, 10th, and 11th, it was a good bit slower.
Mine was just, I had to change
But
batteries.
that's when that warm front came in.
Yeah, that's true. I bet if it was a cold second week, it would have been even better.
Yeah. In Maryland, I feel like the first 2 weeks of November are awesome no matter what.
I was going to ask that. Do you think you took the right week this year?
Honestly, I think I wish I would have taken the first this year.
I disagree. I'm glad I took the second. I didn't kill a buck, but
Yeah. See, if I took the first, I still would have killed my buck because I still would have went to Rogues Open today.
yeah,
And that first week was colder.
it was
But
by like 30 degrees.
When you mention the cameras, I think my cameras were a little more active, if I remember right, the second week still.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't see quite as much while I was in the stand, I still had a whole lot of activity in the mornings.
Yeah.
It just midday, it seemed to slow down a little bit after that warm weather came in.
Shit, midday was fire on my camera.
Yeah, and you were in here.
Yeah.
You were sitting at the bar.
Ugh, what are you going to do?
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. But I think next year,
live and learn.
Yeah, I think next year you're not going to do that.
No, a pack of lunch.
Yeah, it sucks. It's tough to sit out there all day when you're not seeing nothing.
It's a fucking grind.
4 hours is.
I mean, look at Dudley. He's been doing all day sits all November, and he finally shot a buck last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a grind.
But
Yeah.
he's setting high standards too, though. He probably passing a lot of shit.
Yeah, probably.
Sure. Yeah, he's passing a lot of stuff that we would fucking be tickled pink with. But that's moral of the story is during that time of the year, you can't kill them from the cats, and that applies 100%. You have to stay out there. And I did my best this year. I feel like I hunted almost every day I hunted. I either ate lunch in the stand or I went out at like noon, ate a quick lunch, and then came right back. Like I spent, I don't know how many hours. I was over 40 hours at like 4 days in of tree time.
I did mainly afternoons, which was a stupid idea. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking this week, or this rocation.
I know. I was giving you a hard time. I was like, why? You were like, I fucking hate mornings. And I was like, okay.
I think it was more of like a vacation for me this year because I already shot that 8-pointer, which was...
And then your 9-pointer wasn't being patternable, which is kind of expected.
But
so you kind of...
I was like, whatever. I got a buck.
Yeah.
Which, in hindsight, is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But live and learn. I won't make that same mistake next year.
Yeah. You'll force yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the time off. Might as well be out there.
A cool thing happened to me at my work, which I'm so excited about. So normally we're off between Christmas and New Year's paid. They're giving us all those days as floaters now.
Whoa!
So that's basically going to give me an extra week vacation.
Holy shitballs, Batman.
So next year I might take off the first 2 weeks of November.
That would be ideal.
Hopefully we got a nice lease.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we will have a lease.
Yeah. And if we have a lease, I'm not going to sit there every day. I'm not doing it. Like I hunt pretty aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's our property, I'm going to be much more conservative with it.
Like if the
Much
wind
more.
is just a little bit off.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to build like a blind that we could have for rifle too. I think that would be a good thing to do if we get a lease. A blind that we can get to with perfect access, and that way when you're in the blind, I feel like your scent factors drops a lot.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get winded if you're in a sealed blind. At least not nearly as easily. So I think that would be that's one thing that I thought about. Like if we get a nice sized lease, not only will we have our hang-ons and stuff in there, but I think it would be really cool to have a blind for rifle.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, rifle's short, but just something to think about. I think it would be cool. I mean, we could build a cheap blind out of T111 and throw some fucking. I can put some fiberglass sliding windows in there.
Get a fucking buddy heater.
Or plexiglass sliding windows in there. And then it makes those all-day sits for rifle. Like I might, if we have something like that, I might do like take off like a week for rifle and a week for the rut.
I got a camo love seat I can donate for the blind.
Fuck yeah.
Got a griddle in there making breakfast.
I mean, that would be
How do you
bad.
like your eggs?
Like as much as I blinds are so fucking lame. I don't get me wrong, but for rifle, I think there's definitely an advantage there for scent. Like and if you have it in the right area, you could get in there. You're not getting winded nearly as easily.
Yeah, you almost just have to worry about scent or wind for your access.
Yeah, and not so much when you're in the stand.
Yeah.
Like if you're in an enclosed blind, your wind isn't nearly as much of a factor. And
Just keep the windows closed until it's game time.
Yeah, which I see there's a lot of potential there. That's something that I just thought about, like a couple days ago. So that's cool. But I'd really, really like to get our own property, and that's like I was talking to a buddy at work, Zach, about it, and I was like, well, if you want to get in on it, you can. I'll let you know. It depends on the size of the property, on how many people we're going to want on here. But if we get a big enough place that we, like, say somebody calls us and they're like, yeah, I got 800 acres, but I want $7,000.
Yeah.
Then it's like, all right, I want it, but we're going to need a few more dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, hey, that would be pretty sweet, even if we had to split it with 3 other guys. You know what I mean? Like, so
we got to, like, interview them.
oh, yeah, no. These guys are good dudes.
Okay.
They feel the same way about us. Like, they're guys our age. They're, like, early 30s, but they have standards for bucks. And I told them, I was like, look, what we're probably going to do is it'll be no bucks inside their ears and at least 8 points and 1 or 2 does. Like, we'll kind of play that by ear per property. Because some properties, if it hasn't been hunted in a few years, we might need to do some doe management and smack some does, which I really hope is what we find.
I'm going to need resumes. I'm going to need references.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, and the reason I say putting a limit on does too is not so much. It's good to shoot does for because. All right, here's an example. My work. There's no hunting allowed.
Yeah.
It's full of does. The whole property, you will not see a buck all year long. You know why? Because there's a fuck ton of does in there.
Social
and
pressure.
They will not bed with those does most of the year. So the only time you ever see bucks on this property is during the rut. If I'm leasing a property, that is not what I want. So how do you stop that? You do some doe management.
Exactly.
So depending on the property is how we'll play the does. But now say you got bucks on this property and you don't have a doe problem, then you don't want to be blowing the fucking spot up, killing does every other day. You know what I mean? Because then you're just pressure on the property. And human presence is the #1 factor in what's going to keep deer on a property.
Especially big bucks.
Yeah. And if you're in there shooting every fucking doe at any time, you're not going to see those bucks in daylight.
I'm going to take out a 401k loan for fucking cell cams next year, dude.
Well, we got 4. Oh, wait.
That's not
I
enough,
got
dude.
2. You got 1. You got 1. We need like 3 more, 4 more.
6
Depending
more.
on the size of the property.
6 more.
All right, that's $600 fucking. All right, let me fucking go to my savings account real quick.
Jesus Christ.
These are good problems to have, man.
That's true.
You know, I mean, this is we work hard, we bust our ass. If we want to spend money on anything, this is it. So, you know what? That's fucking. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. If I gotta eat rice and beans for a year, it is what it is. I'll be killing big bucks.
Rice, beans, and deer meat.
That's right. And you can live so frugally as far as groceries. It helps so much to have deer meat.
Yeah.
Especially like now that I'm diving into processed deer meat. Whew, the fucking. Because like for a long time, the only thing I ever really got made was breakfast sausage.
Yeah.
But now I've tried. My horizons have expanded.
Yeah.
I've tried this meatloaf that is just otherworldly. I mean, it is just absolutely sensational. The burgers that they pre-make are great. They got bologna that's really good. So like all this stuff now that like I've found to mix it up.
Scrapple.
How
was that?
It's fantastic.
Really?
Fantastic. Do you like Spam?
Never had it.
Oh, okay.
You've never had Spam?
No.
I'd say the
I'm not Hawaiian.
deer scrapple is like, at least I've only had it from one place, so I'm sure it varies from one spot to another. But I'd say it's a mix between regular scrapple and Spam.
Okay.
And I like Spam.
And a lot of our listeners don't know what Scrapple is because it's a Northeast thing.
Oh, good call.
At all. It's everything but the oink. So all the scrap, it's pork. Typically it's pork scrapple. So it's all of the scraps of a pig essentially made into a sausage patty.
Into a cube.
Yeah. So when we're talking about deer, we're talking about deer scrapple. We're talking about everything but the snort weaves or the fucking blow.
Yeah, and when you get it uncooked, it's like a gray looking color.
And some people like it's a big thing in the Northeast. It's either like you like it like crispy. Some people like it like not crispy. That's a good question. The people in the Midwest do not know what scrapple. Like, my parents live in Missouri, so I can guarantee you they have no clue what scrapple is.
How's everybody like to scrapple?
Crispy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, crisp me up.
I like the outside crispy.
Yeah,
but I like a little tenderness in the middle.
I'm with you.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
That shit can't be like a potato chip.
No, I don't like it like looking like a sausage patty. You know what I mean? Just like on the gray on the outside. Nah, crisp my outside.
Like a crunchy outside and a soft inside.
If I'm gonna eat fucking pig eyeballs and deer eyeballs, it better be fucking crispy.
Yeah. That's what it is. But it sounds gross.
It's delicious.
But it's fantastic.
Spam sounds gross too. I never had it.
Spam's not as good as Scrapple.
No, I would hope not.
Yeah, I'd much rather have Scrapple, but I enjoy both. Spam's more like ham. It's got like you can put mustard on it. Like some people put mustard on Scrapple. Me personally, I like my Scrapple plain. I might even put some syrup on it from time to time if I get a wild hair up my ass. But most of the time, I just eat Scrapple.
I like my
with some eggs.
I like my Scrapple dipped in like a sunny side up egg.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh. Dude,
I'm gonna call Sam and start making some breakfast. I know it's 6:30, but
the Scrapple, we want it. Yeah, dude, I'm with you. Eggs and Scrapple go together like lamb and tuna fish.
Like peanut butter jelly. No.
Peanut butter jelly? No better analogy?
Great movie.
Is that Big Daddy?
Yeah.
No.
It's not?
51st Dates.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was Rob Schneider, though.
Yeah, Rob Schneider's fucking hysterical, dude.
Hip Hop Anonymous?
Hip hop? You give him all the fucking easy ones.
God damn you.
God damn you. He's fucking hilarious. Oh, man. But yes, Scrapple is a delicacy here in the Northeast.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know what Old Bay is either.
Yeah, it's a thing, too.
Oh, yeah. Old Bay's amazing. I put that shit on everything.
No, you fucking cocksuckers are J.O.
I like J.O. on
crab. You
crab.
guys are fucking nuts.
J.O. Look, I like Old Bay for like everything. But for actually seasoning crabs, I prefer J.O.
It's gotta be.
It's like someone just poured rock salt in your fucking mouth.
No way, dude.
It's fucking disgusting.
It's a powerful seasoning. You're right.
It's a lot of sodium.
It's a tremendous.
It's a tremendous amount of sodium in J.O.
Salt's good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like it's necessary for a crab because they got a hard shell, your seasoning. So for it to like have any effect on the actual like meat while you're eating it, you gotta really have a powerful seasoning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Old Bay, I feel like Old Bay is great. You could throw that shit on chicken, on fucking eggs. I love it on fucking eggs. Like and you could even put it on the crab meat. But like for seasoning while you're cooking a crab, I like J.O.
Well, I'm gonna save my rock salt for this winter, and the next time we have a crab boil, I'll bring my bag of rock salt over and we'll dump it on. And you guys will eat it up like it's fucking.
How much would it really cost to season a whole bushel of crabs with Old Bay?
A tremendous,
well,
stupendous amount of dollars.
You know,
God,
be $100 for Old Bay.
Do it right.
J.O. Do
it
it right.
right.
Yeah, I like J.O.
J.O. can fucking lick my ass.
Man, the people that have never had a blue crab.
I feel sorry for you.
Maryland blue crab. I've heard people call them Louisiana blue crabs.
No.
don't care.
Pete, come on.
I don't care if you catch them in Louisiana. They're still Maryland.
And
what
the
people-
Louisiana crabs are not half as good as the
They
Maryland
are.
crabs.
If there's
They don't
That's
hold
like-
a candle.
If you're from Louisiana, now we've been to Louisiana.
Yeah.
I
I too,
lived
yeah.
there for 2 months. I love Louisiana food,
Oh yeah.
but their crabs don't even hold a candle.
No.
The crabs from the Chesapeake Bay,
Nope.
and that's like coming up here and eating our crawfish.
Yeah,
Our crawfish suck compared to Louisiana crawfish.
Mud.
Yeah, no comparison. And that's the same thing. Our crabs are better. Their crawfish is better. That's
Our deer bigger.
Maryland's
and our deer are bigger.
Maryland's known
There's
for
some nice ones in
Yeah.
Louisiana, though,
Yeah, if you manage them correctly.
dude. Yeah.
That's anywhere.
Maryland's known for two goddamn things: this podcast and crabs.
Bingo.
So guess
Fucking
what?
bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. And Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah,
And
yeah, maybe.
Mm.
Anything else?
Sick of deer.
Sick of deer.
Yeah. Well, there are other places too, though. But I think with a wild living population, I think Maryland and Virginia might be the only two. I think there's some in Texas.
Texas, yeah.
But they're not the same. They're like hybrids.
I don't know if they're hybrids, but they're on private ranches.
Okay. Well, those are in Missouri. They're all over.
Yeah.
Private ranches.
Like Ted Nugent has some on his ranch down in
They got
Texas,
everything
and
in-
they are
Texas has
edge.
fucking
Yeah.
giraffes on private. They got everything on fucking
I
private.
fucking love
ranches.
Texas, dude.
I will hunt in Texas one day.
Oh, yeah.
That's on my bucket list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to kill a zebra, bro.
Zebra meat, dude. I wonder if it's any good.
A fucking gazelle out in Texas, man. With a fucking Gatling gun from a helicopter.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Texas has got it. They got it right. Texas and Florida.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Texas is much better hunting though. Florida's got a bunch. They got a lot of pigs.
that's about it.
Yeah, their whitetail are super tiny.
Super.
They got gators. You can smoke some gators. I like gator meat.
It's good.
Never had it.
No, I eat a lot of it in Louisiana and South Carolina.
Got to cook it right. You overcook it, it's like shoe leather.
Yeah, gator tail. I like it blackened.
Yeah, I've had plenty of chances down in Texas. but-
Fried is good too. I had fucking Rocky Mountain oysters in Texas one
You
time.
dirty
Ooh,
bitch.
You dirty whore.
Travis,
Bet you-
what was his last?
Travis
fucking
Brown.
name? Travis Brown.
I bet you slurped that plate clean.
I didn't know what it was.
Delicious though, wasn't it?
He ordered them. No, they weren't. He ordered them at a restaurant we were at out there on up in Amarillo. And I can't remember the name of the place. It was like 187 Roadhouse or something like that.
Sounds about right.
Patrick
And-
Swayze was there bouncing.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze was there. Fucking.
Patrick Swayze checked your ID before you went in.
Uh-huh. He told me no fighting inside. I said, "What if he calls me a cocksucker?" He said, "Well, are you?" I said, "No, dude.
Maybe. Watch me suck on these Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah, hold on. Give it a minute. I might be before I leave."
Seth's like, these taste like fucking bull balls, dude. They're gross.
So he orders them, and they're like these fried balls.
They slice them, right?
And no, I don't think they were sliced. I think they were. Like,
I've always seen them like sliced.
Yeah.
They might have been sliced. It's been a long time.
The big old veins in the
Oh,
middle.
God.
He orders them, and it's me and David Goss. Shout out David. And David was not a country boy. You know what I mean? He was I don't know. He
Suburbanite.
yeah. So for him it was way worse. But so Travis ordered them for the table, and we got them. And I dipped one in some ranch, I think it was, or some sauce, and I was like, man, I'm not a big fan. of
So
them.
wait, did Travis have a bite of them?
No.
No. He knew.
Yeah, he knew what they were. He did it on purpose. And but I didn't know what he ordered. You know what I mean?
And he's so serious, you'd think it's like, oh, okay.
yeah, he's one of those guys who just like you can't tell when he's joking.
Yeah.
Ever. And
I didn't like him.
so I eat one, David eats one, and neither one of us like them. I'm like, Travis, what are they? And he's just he's doing his fucking laugh that he does. He's like and I'm like, what, dude? He's like, those are Rocky Mountain oysters. And I was like, you motherfucker. And David, he didn't know what that was. He's like, what is that? What is that? And he was like, they're goat nuts. And David was pissed. Like, he was legitimately ready to fight Travis. He was fucking hot. I was just like, okay, you fuck, what the fuck? Like, they sucked. Whatever, I tried them, it is what it is. And like, even if he told me what they were, I might have still tried them.
Of course.
Like, I don't care.
I'll try 'em.
No, I would try them.
I'm a meat eating motherfucker, dude. I'll eat anything. But they weren't good.
Surprised instincts didn't kick in and you just started sucking on it.
licking it.
Pull my belt off, wrap it around my throat. Whoa, dude, Seth, what are you doing? I don't know. These are really good. Oh, something's on top of it. Oh. My fucking pants are off.
Here it goes.
He's got one sock on, shit stain what he telling he's the belt around his neck. Eating a Rocky Mountain oyster. I don't know, something's telling me to do this, dude. I can't help it. I almost spit my beer out.
I was waiting for it.
Ruined that brand new mic.
No. He's cost too much.
Man, these are so streamlined.
It's sick.
Hopefully we sound great.
Well,
That's not up to us. I mean, we listen to it on the laptop.
I'm watching the little lights flicker on
that's what's nice about this new system is the soundboard. It gives us immediate feedback. So I can see right now on this little soundboard our lights as I talk. These lights are like going up and down with the I don't know what's the loudness of my voice.
the pitch.
The pitch.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good word.
And then each mic has its own light that lights up when that mic is hit.
Dude.
So it's
Well,
as opposed to before, like we've done a whole podcast and not even known we weren't recording.
Some of our best.
Yeah.
and I feel better right now.
Yeah,
Recording.
it just takes a load off.
We're
my
not
shoulders.
paranoid.
Yeah. It's like I know we're good because I can see it right here.
Spare no expense for our listeners.
Yeah. And this one was totally for us because honestly, the quality of our old mics were fine,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like hurting anybody who listens. But what this does is it enables us to not worry about it while we're recording.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it also it helps anyone who's listening not so we don't fucking skip a week on it like we did last week because we had people message us ask about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see any.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yep. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties.
Nay, no more.
What was Johnny? You and I both used to travel for work. What was your favorite state, other than Maryland, that you lived in? Well, worked in.
I didn't spend much time I spent time in Illinois, Indiana, South Carolina, Georgia, but I love Texas.
Yeah.
Lived in Texas.
I was in.
Did you?
I was in Port Arthur.
Grapevine.
Grapevine. Where's that at?
Probably about 30 miles outside Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did you like it there?
Went to school in fucking Texas, dude. Come on.
Did
son.
you like it?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Food.
And you were down in Galveston, Johnny?
I was in Port Arthur.
Oh, okay.
It's right on the Louisiana
What do you guys
line.
think about Whataburger?
Not a fan.
Not a fan. I'm not a fan either.
I don't see the big deal.
I don't see the big. They fucking suck their dicks out there, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in. Not to sound like a Democrat, but I liked California.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I lived in Arizona for
wouldn't
a
have
year.
expected
Arizona.
that. Now, did you like the country or like just in general?
Man, I don't know what it is. I think it was just complete 180 from home.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird. But I liked it. I didn't get to see much of it because the people I were with didn't want to go see any of it. But maybe it was just the hotel I was in. We got free dinner every night and free beer with the dinner.
That'll make you like a state.
That'll sway your decision.
Well, bet.
We'll feed you every night. Drink all the beer you want on us.
Well, a lot of the places we went had that though.
was a
they fed you
Staybridge.
dinner. Yeah, every Staybridge pretty much.
That was the
did
first one I stayed in.
Oh, really?
What's
it called?
I've been to a bunch of
Staybridge
Staybridge.
Suites.
Steve, never heard of it.
It's like this place was like its own little apartment. Like you went through a door to your bedroom. You went through a door to your kitchen. You had a giant couch for your living room. I was playing Grand Theft Auto and I was in California. It was dope.
Yeah, I've stayed in a couple Staybridge when I worked for Sumter Transport, and they are sweet.
Yeah.
And pretty much everyone you go to, you get I think it's like one free beer with dinner though.
Oh no, I was wasted.
That's smart. That's how
Really?
they get you. They're
I
like,
was-
give them one.
Yeah, I think the ones I've stayed in were you either got like one or two free beers with dinner, and then they fed you dinner.
That's still sweet.
But what they are is extended stay hotels. They're for people who are living there for a while.
Yeah, I spent 7 months in one in North Carolina.
Yeah,
I did 8 months in Amarillo.
I got pissed drunk one night at the Staybridge in California, and I walked up to Frank and Paul, and I was like, "Hey, I need a motherfucking raise, man." And they kind of just brushed it off. I was like, "I'm going to bed."
Well, you know what's crazy about living in those long stay hotels or whatever the fuck you want to call them? Like the one I was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina for 7 months. This is last year. You watched my fucking dog for me.
I stayed there for a little while.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is, people don't talk about is like the relationships you build with people in these hotels.
Oh yeah,
dude. I'd go like you get sick of eating out. Like that wears off the first couple weeks. You're like, fuck this shit. They got grills. I'm cooking. And I'll be cooking up steaks and burgers and shit with like a 30-pack. And the relationships, the people you meet at these fucking places is wild.
Oh yeah.
Like, what are you here for? Oh, I fucking build missiles for the government or like whatever.
Yeah.
Or like I'm a fucking lawyer and they got me. I'm doing some guy's case. Like it's just wild the stories you hear.
There's a word for that too. It's like sonder. It's the feeling that you get when you see or meet someone else that and you get this like odd feeling that they have this life that is completely separate from yours and it's just as complex. And it's a weird feeling. It's almost like deja vu. I've only experienced it once in my life. I was on a train and I see these guys outside on a construction site and I was just like, man, that's just crazy. Like, how many fucking people are in this world? And like that guy right there, I've never known, never talked to him, nothing. And his life is just as complicated and just as intricate and as many details and connections and everything as mine is. And I don't even know. You know what I mean? It's just a weird thing to think about.
It is.
You don't realize how big this fucking world is until you get on a plane.
Yeah. Imagine being out in space and we're just this tiny little speck.
Not
in
even
the
a
grand
speck.
scheme.
We don't even matter.
No, we are just inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. In this infinitesimal universe.
But yeah, going back to meeting people, the chick, the front desk chick down in Port Arthur, Texas, used to do my laundry for me.
Really?
Yeah.
She really liked you.
She was
really?
hideous.
Yeah.
I wanted nothing to do with her, but she did my laundry.
Big old
She's
girl.
down there smelling John's drawers.
And my drawers had like oil stains on them,
Oh,
so it
yeah.
looked like shit stains.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't oil stains, motherfucker. They were shit
Okay.
stains.
It was a combination.
It's a little bit of both, but she's a great lady. I don't remember her name.
Isn't that a shame? And I've interacted with all these people, and it's just this chapter in life, man.
Yep.
Who knows? Down the
There's
road, who
people-
fucking knows?
People I've met in Texas, Louisiana, South Carolina that I was like friends with, you know?
Yeah.
And I just like sometimes I'll touch base with these people because of social media, so that's one benefit to it. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
Other than that, social media is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. It's a fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I think my favorite state, other than Maryland, that I've been to, is probably Louisiana.
Yeah.
Really?
I really
Dude,
like
the weather.
Louisiana.
The best weather I've ever experienced in my life was Arizona.
I loved Arizona.
Arizona's
my
awesome.
God.
You ever been to Sedona?
No, Tempe. I actually lived in Tempe for a year.
Yeah, I lived in Tucson for, I don't know, 6 months.
Yeah. Flagstaff's gorgeous too, man.
I've never been to Flagstaff.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what my sister said. She's been there a bunch.
I did like the tourist
I
thing
think
up
she's
there.
even skied there.
Gorgeous though, man.
Yeah.
That's an underrated state.
Sedona, Arizona is awesome.
They call 'em-
Talk about good hunting, dude. They got some killer elk.
Yeah.
Killer elk.
Snowbird state, they call it.
Yeah, I got an aunt who lives in Tempe or Chandler.
Chandler's nice too.
I think it's Chandler.
Ritzy living in Chandler.
Yeah, she's got money.
Fuck,
She's,
yeah, dude.
figures
Dope.
the one rich relative I have is
What's
all
her
the way
number?
across the country.
What's her number?
Yeah, her and her husband are in the real estate.
Husband. Ugh.
But I've been through like, I don't know, how many listeners do we have in Indiana before I make this statement?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't
A
looked at
couple.
that stuff in a while.
Indiana's a dump.
It is a
Several.
dump. It's a
Indiana, I'm sorry.
shithole.
If you're a listener, fucking, I'm sorry. Indiana is a shithole.
And Illinois. Ugh.
And Illinois.
God.
I love
Sorry.
you if you listen.
No
disrespect.
Michigan ain't much better.
No,
No, it's not. But Indiana is a dump.
There's some good hunting out there, though.
Oh, yeah.
About
it.
I ain't going.
That is all there is there.
But Indiana's a dump. Sorry.
Just lost.
No disrespect.
10
I'm
subscribers.
sorry. Don't leave me. I love you. If you listen, I love you.
Great
if you
people.
don't, get
Great
fucked.
people out there.
Great people.
Super nice people. But Indiana's a dumpster fire.
That's how I felt about Amarillo, man. That place was a fucking shithole.
Up there in the panhandle.
I couldn't
Yeah.
stand it. I loved South Texas, like Galveston and shit down
Yeah.
there.
So-
it was awesome, but Amarillo, man, it ain't nothing out there but fucking tumbleweeds,
Stairs
and
and
fucking
queers.
Stairs and queers. Yeah, it just sucked.
So I've only experienced like middle and northern.
Lot
I
of
didn't go. I've never experienced South Texas.
a lot of good strip clubs.
Hot. I went to a
I've
strip
met
club.
a really nice stripper out there. Yvette, shout
God,
out.
here we go.
Come every time.
Baby, come back.
Yvette,
Jesus
if you're
Christ.
listening,
Here we
Give me
go.
a call.
All right.
Please give him a call.
He talks about you every night.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see you guys live from the butcher shop this weekend.
Yeah.
This is the Beers and Deers crew. We'll see y'all soon.
Peace.
Happy Thanksgiving.